Dr. Causton McFaddle. Dr. Causton McFaddle was good in the saddle, and everyone horsey agreed that of course he should make all his rounds after riding to hounds, and if he arrived on the wards in his pink, and one of his patients appeared on the brink of making a comment or pulling a face, then Causton McFaddle would study the case, pronouncing the patient in need of an op. Just a simple incision from bottom to top. I'll remove your appendix, your tonsils and spleen after breakfast tomorrow at 7:15. Then he'd stride from the ward with a satisfied smirk. Oh, I'm good, he would say. I'm so good at my work. And the sound of his riding crop hitting the doors was the cue for him getting a round of applause from the browbeaten students who followed McFaddle in all his endeavours, but never to saddle. One day, Dr. Causton was chasing a hare through fields of wild flowers, both common and rare, over hedges and ditches and 2 hockey pitches, then into the town, where the hare made a stop on the pavement outside Reggie's bicycle shop, where he waggled his ears and kicked up his heels as he stared at the bicycle's silvery wheels. The one that he fancied was purple and green. And just as the doctor appeared on the scene, the hare stole the bike and leapt onto the saddle. He pedalled like mad to escape from McFaddle, but the doctor had seen him and urged on his steed to rush down the street with a terrible speed. The bystanders gaped as the hare cycled past in a blur, he was going so dreadfully fast. Then they groaned as they watched Dr. Causton fly by with a shout of "Hurrah!" and a glint in his eye, his knees gripping tightly his froth-laden horse. "I like my hare baked in a hollandaise sauce." Now Reggie, the cycle shop owner, came out to see what the shouts and the groans were about. "Hey, Reggie!" cried somebody deep in the crowd. "There's things going on that should not be allowed. There's a hare on a bike and a man on a horse who's determined the hare shall become his main course." "Well, I never!" said Reg, turning white as a sheet, when the hare made a startling turn in the street, heading back past McFaddle and back past the shop, over poor Reggie's toes, though he begged him to stop. The hare kept on going as fast as he could, up a hill, down a dale, through river and wood, pursued by McFaddle, now red in the face, determined to win this particular race. Meanwhile, on the pavement, poor Reggie shouts, "Oh, that hare on the bicycle's broken my toe in 3 different places. It's swollen and blue. Please get me a doctor who knows what to do." An ambulance siren soon wails in the street as 2 paramedics examine his feet. The news isn't good. In fact, it's disaster, as Reggie's whole leg needs encasing in plaster. So off to the hospital swiftly they drive, and just as they get there, who else should arrive but the fugitive hare seeking somewhere to hide? He pedals to X-ray at 10 miles a minute, pursued by a nurse shouting, "Mind the speed limit!" Now Dr. McFaddle bursts in with a cry, "Tally-ho! Bottoms up! Here's mud in your eye!" As he and his horse make a dash through the wards, the patients all pull their emergency cords. "It's so unhygienic! That horse needs a wash! It sneezed on my tablets! I want orange squash!" But Dr. McFaddle's intent on his quarry, and carries on going without saying sorry. It's clear to the nurses he's caught in the grip of hunting a hare that could give him the slip, and all of their sympathy lies with the hare, who, tiring of pedalling hither and there, is currently hiding beneath the back stair just outside X-ray, where one big machine shows the bones of its victims picked beautifully clean. And now he sees Reggie go into the room. A doctor is wheeling him straight to his doom. The X-ray machine will be feeding on Reg, dished up on the table like meat and 2 veg. The hare's got to get all this madness to stop and rescue the man from the bicycle shop. He drums at the door and emits a high squeak. It's the best he can do, for a hare cannot speak. And while he is drumming, McFaddle turns up with a "Yes, I can smell him," and "Do giddy up," and a "No, I mean whoa, there he is, steady on." The horse is now skidding, his hooves have gone wrong. "Stop, stop," shouts McFaddle. "Oh, hell and damnation," eyes fixed on the sign, "Beware radiation." All three of them smash through the door with a scream, ending up on the table beneath the machine. An X-ray is taken depicting the scene. The bones of a man, one large horse, and a hare appearing to fly unassisted through air, and if you look closely you'll see at the edge a small broken toe bone belonging to Reg. The rest of his skeleton's out of the shot. His toe bone is there, but his body is not. For just as the picture was taken, Reg flew from table to floor, wearing only one shoe. Then he ran like the wind, without one single stop, till he locked himself inside his bicycle shop. And as for the others, I don't really care, except for the horse, and of course for the hare, rest assured. They're both fine. They're both hearty and hale, and they're rich, for they set about writing their tale, a hair-raising poem of life with a saddle, and needless to say, they left out McFaddle.